Jujutsu Kaisen manga has unofficially ended. Now that the leaks are out, the full chapter is being spreaded everywhere, the manga series of Jujutsu Kaisen has come to an end. And well, who would have thought people are not satisfied with how the ending goes, with how Gege Akutami, the author of Jujutsu Kaisen, basically nailed the ending with a very type of ending. So yeah, I'll be discussing much more stuff related to this particular topic. Obviously, this video is not purely my own personal thoughts on the ending itself. I'll be looking into how people's reaction actually is, since I myself can't really give a proper review or a proper rating for this particular ending, as I need more time to actually process what just happened in the latest chapter or the last chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen manga, due to the fact that there's actually no accurate or a very good English translation for this particular manga chapter yet. So yes, instead of giving my own personal thoughts or my own personal review on this final chapter on the ending of Jujutsu Kaisen, I'll be looking at some very interesting response or interesting reaction to this final chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen. So yeah, I can't guarantee you that this will not have any spoiler at all, so I'm just going to put it right here. There probably going to be some spoiler related to the Jujutsu Kaisen manga. So without further ado, let's enjoy the suffer of the Jujutsu Kaisen manga readers. Alright, so we are here on Twitter with the search bar of hashtag JJK271. First one that we saw is basically Gojo fans staying strong for an entire year only for Sukuna to give y'all the middle finger at the last page is hilarious. Alright, the spoiler is here already. So basically this particular panel, which is the thumbnail of this video, is the last page of the manga or the final chapter. Seems like there is no Gojo resurrection or reincarnation of him, unfortunately. My condolences for the Gojo fans. So here we have Gojo panel, finally. Basically a flashback when Yuji was talking to Gojo before he dies, obviously. And people goes like, oh my gosh, this is literally the highlight of the chapter because there is Gojo but in the form of a flashback. Next one, we have all this edging for a freaking flashback. Gege Akutami. Alright, it's very unfortunate. People has been expecting this guy's resurrection. Well, unfortunately, it did not happen in this chapter at all. But I mean, it's pretty clear that Gojo's arc is finished by the time he lost to Sukuna. But yes, seems like a lot of people still is holding to the very last chapter so that he will come back joyously. But unfortunately, it did not happen. We also have a video of Gege cooking right here, and yeah, it's pretty much self-explanatory if you are not getting it. He is cooking absolutely nothing. Well, according to them. At this point, it's not that the manga ending is bad whatsoever. The actual stuff that I've been seeing right here is basically people not being satisfied with the fact that Gojo is dead. And this particular issue has been going around since last year. So people hasn't moved on from Gojo's death for a whole year, and the last chapter pretty much confirmed that he's actually dead. So that's pretty unfortunate. So without anything much, I would like to jump into this one particular account, Bailey. Someone that has been pretty much plying the copium for the Gojo fans. So this is what they have to say. Now that there's no part 2 announcement, let me air my grips with this ending if it's really the end unrelated to Gojo. So there's no Yuji domain name. Sudden conclusion to the Sukuna fight when it was finally him and Yuji alone, when way more time should have been spent on it, and at least 5 to 10 chapters. Megumi having no character development because he ended the story exactly the same as he began. Never seeing Megumi's full potential that Gojo talked about. Never seeing Megumi's complete domain. Bara being gone for majority of the story just to come back at the very end when she could have been there all along. Random plotlines introduced in the last chapter to make it seem like Gege was building up to something. Not one person talking about Gojo's death. No one acting like they cared or no burial shown, not getting a Sukuna backstory whatsoever, and literally wasting the last chapter on Cooling Game's character instead of the students. No evidence of the cycle being broken because the students are still going on missions anyways. No real ending to the optimize versus eradicate cursed energy plotline, and Kenjaku's meeting with other countries going nowhere when Gege could have cooked Harpy. To be fair, there's actually a lot of stuff that is very much not explained in the final arc of this particular series, which is quite unfortunate. As what was mentioned earlier, it could have been much better if Gege actually took his time diving into what he have personally introduced instead of introducing other new stuff in the final arc of this series. To be honest, what the person says is not wrong at all. There's actually a lot of stuff that has been pretty much left behind the shadow, so that it can give space, create more space for the ending to land, which unfortunately did not help the last bit of this particular series at all, due to the fact that there's a lot of other stuff that could have been explored and could have been expanded more in this particular series, but it just did not happen. It's very unfortunate that Gege has to rush the series. I mean, like, it's pretty common for a mangaka to have a rush ending. Well, as an example, we have Attack on Titan, we have My Hero Academia, we have a lot of other show that has a very rush ending for their manga, so it's very common, and it's unfortunate to see that the series that they have been writing all these years is just being ended in a rush way. I believe there's actually a lot more stuff that could have been told, and I believe that Gege is capable of doing something much better than this. But unfortunately, this is what we got from, well, the few years of Jujutsu Kaisen manga. But yeah, I'm not saying that this manga ending is bad whatsoever. I want more time to process whatever is happening in the last chapter. I might actually reread the entire series at this point. But yes, seems like there's still a lot of people that are dissatisfied. There are still people that are pretty much happy with the ending, how it goes. But at this point, it feels like it's quite generic. Or I would say this ending is pretty bizarre, but I'm not sure which one I should choose. But please give me some time. I'll probably make a video about it. Please do let me know if you guys want me to make a video about it. And yes, those are basically it. Please do let me know if you guys like the ending, if you guys think it's generic, if you guys think it's bad. Please do leave your comment in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.